Hey, what's happening, guys? So today let's talk about carbs. People are so confused with carbs. You got low carb diets, you got high fat diets, you got fad diets. You go to the bookstore, you go to Barnes and Nobles, and there's 4,000 different diet books. So it's pretty clear that people are really, really confused. And one diet's not going to work for the next person, obviously, because then there wouldn't be so many books and websites and energy devoted towards it. So with carbs specifically, people get tripped up. People say that you should be on a low carb diet, right? Low carb, people know, they think low carb, they're going to lose weight. Yes, you're going to lose weight. Why? Because you're reducing your calories. It's very simple. You're not ingesting as much food as you were, right? And also you're going to recompose. Let's look at the word carbohydrate. Carb, o, hydrate. Hydrate. So what does carbs do? It puts water in your cells. It hydrates your muscles. That's why when you go low carb, you get flat. If you've ever heard a bodybuilder complain when he goes on a competition diet that his muscles look flat, they look flat because he has no carbs, no glycogen in his muscles. So they're not as hydrated. They're not prepared to do work, right? So carbs are very, very, very important, especially if you're interested in feeling and looking great and performing at your best. There are definitely points and people that need to limit their carbohydrates. There's no question about that. If you have diabetes, stop eating candy canes, stop eating sugar snacks, just stop the bullshit. We all know you're doing it, and I'm not telling you you're a bad person, but we know you're eating sugar. And those aren't even food options in my eyes. That's not my philosophy. That's not even food, so that shouldn't even be a consideration, right? If it's in a bag or a box, it's not food. You don't eat it unless you're having a cheat meal, and then you can have a little bit. But by and large, you don't eat that shit. You don't eat that crap. It's all garbage. It's processed. It's not even food. Carbs, good carbs. What are good carbs? Is pasta a good carb? Is bread a good carb? Is wheat a good carb? These are all really good questions. A good carb is a potato, a sweet potato, rice, fruit, blueberries, strawberries, bananas, grapes, mangoes, whatever your little heart desires. Those are real food carbs. Those are actual carbs. Wheat thins, potato chips, um, Pringles. I can't even. I have issues listing carbs, processed carbs, because I haven't had them in my home or even seen them or eaten them in such a long, long time. If you actually go to the grocery store, you go to Whole Foods or Wegmans or whatever, and you trace the outline of the store, you don't go in the middle aisles. You stay on the outer edges. That's where all the real food is. That's where the vegetables are, your green vegetables, your starchy vegetables, your beets, your plantains, etc. Right? So, as an athlete myself, I need carbs. You need carbs too, but I need more carbs. I get more carbs. Haha. Right? So I get to eat more carbs just because my body demands it because of the way I work out and how often I work out. Right? But if you're trying just to drop a few pounds, you still need carbs too, right? And that's the whole point of this video, is to get away from the bad sources of carbs. So pasta, goodbye. Wheat, goodbye. Um, Processed, boxed, again, sugar, anything. Sugar in your coffee, goodbye. It's bad. It ain't good for you. It's not helping you. I know it tastes good, but guess what? You'll get used to it, right? Your taste buds will change. After a while, it's not going to be a big deal, right? When you first start anything, it doesn't matter if it's a new business, if it's a new diet, if it's a new whatever, right? It's hard because you have no momentum. You have no forward momentum. So it's hard to get the wheels moving. Once you start moving, then it's easy. Then it's like, all right, I'm just coasting, right? So don't worry about the sugar in your coffee. Get rid of it. It's bad for you. Get rid of the processed, the Sour Patch Kids, the soda. I mean, dude, if you're still drinking soda, it's 2015. Soda is so bad for you. High fructose corn syrup in soda and pretty much anything else in a 7-Eleven or convenience store refrigerator is terrible for you. High fructose corn syrup, the short or the long of it is basically high fructose corn syrup is a genetically modified crop that is in everything that is terrible for you. So don't eat it. It's horrible. If you want to be fat, miserable, and unhappy, then drink tons of soda and high fructose corn syrup drinks like Gatorade and even like natural fruit juices. Horrible, right? You don't want to eat fructose in that form. It shouldn't be complicated, but I guess that's the world we live in, right? So you want to stay with good carbs, okay? But you want to earn your carbs. You don't want to go on a carb. It's not carbapalooza, right? You don't want to just go ape shit with the carbs. So if you work out real hard, eat some carbs. If you don't work out real hard, eat a little bit less carbs, but still eat carbs. Don't go no carbs. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Anybody that said, I don't care if you're Dave Asprey, Joe Rogan, I don't care how many alphabet, you have the alphabet soup after your name. I don't care who you are. If you're not eating carbs, you're an idiot. You're supposed to eat carbs. So don't go to these super extreme diets where it's like the all butter diet or the all God knows what diet, the Atkins diet, etc. Like, that's not how we're supposed to eat. You're supposed to eat a balanced diet, and that's not sexy. That doesn't have any marketing power behind it. For me to say and write a book about a balanced diet is not going to sell a lot of copies. But if I say, hey, I got this new diet, you eat 4 pounds of butter a day and you don't touch a carb for forever, and I got a six-pack, you're going to be like, oh, dude, that sounds really interesting. Let me buy that book. Guess what? Reality doesn't sell as good. So, guys, stay away from the extremes. It's not as attractive. I know it isn't. And I've been in your shoes before, been confused and overwhelmed. And it sucks. That's life. Life is confusing and overwhelming, and you learn things and you move on, you learn from your experiences. But also, at the same time, use common sense. Don't just pour, sugar into your coffee and think that you're doing yourself a favor. You're not. You're not. Don't just say that, oh, I'm just having 4 slices of pizza, it's okay, or don't. And I'm not judging here. You can eat with that whatever the hell you want. I'm not judging. I'm just telling you guys what works for me and my clients. Don't eat Sour Patch Kids and Twizzlers and say that, oh, it's just 1 or 3 packages. Don't have 4 Coca-Colas and say, oh, it's only 200 grams of sugar. It's okay. And then you go to the doctor and your triglycerides and your insulin is through the roof, and he wants to put you on pre-diabetic medication, right? That's a recipe for disaster. Not only is your health suffering, now you got more stress in your life, you got bills, you're making your doctor rich, which I prefer not to make my doctor rich, and you look like shit. Because if you eat 200 grams of sugar a day, you're not going to look very good, and you're not going to feel good either, and that's the most important thing, right? So, guys, choose good carbs. Again, let's go through the list. I want to keep all my videos as simple and straightforward as possible. I don't like to convolute things or be semantical in any way, shape, or form. Good carbs. Here we go. Rice, white or brown, or wild rice. Potatoes, any form or color. Purple, yellow, brown, sweet potatoes, it doesn't matter. Squash, butternut squash, pumpkin, beets, plantains. These are vegetables. These are healthy foods. These are amazing foods. They have so much to offer to you. So eat these carbs and then look in the mirror. Your muscles are going to be pumped and you're going to be lean and you're going to feel good too. You're not going to be all down and feeling like shit. So guys, if you like this video, if you found it helpful, please like, share, and comment on it. And I will see you guys soon.